I want to ask a question, and that is, why do you go to public cloud? What would be a reason why you'd want to go to public cloud? And the answer is, it's because it's the easy button. When you consume cloud, all you care about is that business outcome. You don't worry about the infrastructure. You consume that cloud as if it's a utility, the same way that you plug into your power receptacle in your house. If you want a true cloud experience on-prem, you'd really want to be able to duplicate that magic utility nature of why you'd go to public cloud. It's not really a cloud if it's only one rack or 5 node. It needs to truly be, infinitely elastic. Similarly, one of the properties of a cloud that's often overlooked is it needs to be able to, scale back down or shrink. Additionally, it needs to be a tightly integrated solution. Anything else is an integration effort of multiple products to try to get to that cloud-like experience. But in reality, you're just doing that integration effort yourself. You're never really going to get to that true cloud experience. Folks that interact with public cloud often interact with it from an API, API type integration, like infrastructure as code tools talking to an API endpoint. Users can develop applications, can work day to day with your private cloud environment in a way that's comfortable and familiar to them, as opposed to their normal virtualization where there's a lot of manual step. Strong multi-tenancy is a foundational feature of cloud. It allows folks to share resources in a way where they don't see or interact with another user or group or company's resources sharing that same hardware. Nobody uses all of their resources or every resource they possibly could at all times. You scale the physical infrastructure to the high watermark of every possible user, and everybody scales it. They deploy things, they destroy things, and it's somewhat elastic, and that's kind of the point. You don't want to have to manage every physical discrete component. As you onboard more tenants or tenants increase their workloads, you want it to be as seamless as possible. You still don't really want to have to think about the hardware other than maybe slapping it in the rack and plugging it in. And that's how you get a true private cloud experience on-prem without having to think about the hardware as much as physically possible. Are you patching every discrete server, or are you just maybe applying a patch to the cluster and just let it distribute and you don't really think about it? When something might require downtime on a physical node to make that patch take effect, for example, is that going to impact the customer workloads, or do you just not worry about it because you know that the system is going to take care of migrating things around for you and eventually get to consistency where you've applied that patch? In my mind, if you still have to worry about physical hardware and you still have to worry about patching that hardware, it should still be as seamless as possible with minimal commands to actually apply those patches and let them take effect, and it should never, ever, ever be perceptible to the end user. They should be unaware of it.